So that Crump League, it got you like that first. You already seeing good players. Like you ain't come to know this just a regular church league. Like you really seeing folks that's actually on it.
Yeah, but it started a little bit more after that too. I started playing for the Hickory Hill Wildcats.
Okay.
I was playing for the community center league too.
They was spanking new at the community center too.
It was brand new. I was there every day walking. Everybody knew me by name. You know what I'm saying? I was walking to this. It was right by the neighborhood.
Okay.
So that's another part too where I was seeing guys because we playing against Orange Mound Community Center. We playing against different community centers, against different people. This the first game where cheerleaders was there, majorettes. I'm learning about stuff like that. I never forget, man. I might have been 3rd, 4th grade, man. Game on the line. I'm on the free throw line. I shoot the first. They miss it. They behind me. They. I hit the first one. I turn around and told them, shh.
Young.
Hey. Young.
That community center league, like they used to make us. My coach used to be like, man, this church league cool. He used to schedule games outside of the joint, and we had to play like I remember we played Mississippi Boulevard, and they had their little team killing.
Yeah.
Then we had to play like Dave Wells.
Yeah.
That was like the
Davis.
Bruh. That in that Brickford, like them two, like in North Memphis, them was like the junts. Bro, I'm telling you, that atmosphere, cause this ain't no church league.
Nah.
You got dope boys. You got everybody on the court surrounding. Ain't no bleachers, cause it's like the silver junts in the side.
Yeah.
Bruh, like that atmosphere right there made me be like, I gotta hoop in and out. Cause I like the atmosphere as a kid.
Yeah.
And I think people need to see that early. Like you see that early, like that pressure early, it help you in your years to come.
Okay.
So you at the community center playing for them. You seeing who you meet there? Like give me some names, cause I know if it's new, that means everybody gonna be there.
Yeah, everybody was there from the neighborhood, man. Mario, of course. Everybody that went to Kirby, the whole Kirby. Tony Christian was there. Just some neighborhood legends was there every day. And shoot, I was just a young boy that was trying to get down.
Okay.
Just trying
to get on the court.
Yeah, I'm trying to get on the court with the big boys, cause they kicking everybody else out the court. Like if you wasn't somebody, you couldn't play. You really couldn't play. And shoot, later on, I stamped myself, so I started playing. I was probably the only young guy playing with the grown folks at that time.
So you playing for Crump and Hickory Hill at the same time?
It's right up after each other, really. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you move into your elementary years, and I know you hooping every day. So hooping is ball is life for real.
Walking to school, dribbling the ball every day, handles crossing over the mailbox. You know what I'm saying, stuff like that. I'm taking my ball in school. I'm dribbling the ball through the hallways. Miss Sellers, 4th grade teacher used to grab my ball and be like, you ain't getting to a recess. Or you ain't getting it at all if you don't do this work.
Be hurt.
Or, man,
in the classroom just looking at the ball. Look.
Tear might come out my eye. I had to play it off. And just be like, I don't care. But that's where it started.
If I dotted that door, I had that running, going to the store and grab my ball. I might leave it in the car, but I got it with me.
Yes, sir.
So you made it through your elementary years. I think those are good years for you because everything leads into something. So you get into that middle school years, and I just found out about this like probably like 6-7 years ago. Vincent put me up on game how cold Kirby was. He was like, bro, you just don't understand the players that came out of Kirby Middle. And give me some of them names.
Well, so my mom ended up teaching at Kirby, and she started off as a student teacher. We came from like Magnolia.
Okay.
And when she started student teaching, everything just shifted to the east.
Okay.
Man, the first name I remember is Randy Culpepper.
Okay.
Randy Culpepper. Rainy Culpepper. I just remember them names. My boy Preston, Coach P that's over at Hillcrest, he was a part of that. He the coach at Hillcrest.
Okay.
He was one of the ones too back then at that Kirby.
Okay.
Yeah. Man, it was a lot of guys. Man, it was so many, but Randy was the first one. When I was in like 5th grade, when I used to come up to the school, I used to hear about. My 6th grade year was Martino Brock, Lawrence Bowers. It was they 8th grade year. They was legendary to me. They was really legendary to me. My 7th grade year, the 6th grade year we lost going to the state. We lost I think the game before state, but my 7th grade year we had Mario Bass, of course. We had Chris Price. We had Chris House, who was probably the best big in the state at that time. He was dunking off the 2.
He was dunking in games.
Yeah, he was dunking in games. Yeah, he was dunking in games, and he was a lefty. So like his post play, when he get it up on the basket, you can count it. You can count it because you got to go over his body. And he already big. You had to go over his body to block his shot. So he was just smacking board on everybody. And took us all the way to the state championship. We ran through everybody. We won the city. We ran through everybody at Kirby, and anybody can attest to that. But we lost in the state championship to, a mighty, good squad, Southwind.
Damn, Southwind. What that was then? Southwind.
Scorpions.
Scorpions.
The
Scorpions.
Yeah, they was the Scorpions. And when I seen them run out in all black with the Jordan, everything was Jordan. They had Jordan warm-ups. They had on Jordan shoes. The socks was Jordan shoes. The dudes was so big. Greg Wooten at the point.
Greg, Ian, Leslie, J2, Nick Mason,
Mardrakus Wade. They had just had a squad.
Perry Todd.
Yeah, they had some guys, man, that I didn't know of. Cause to be honest, at that time I just stayed in my my neighborhood. I was Hickory Hill till I died at that time, and I didn't know that Southwind was like a right, a left, and a right. And you there? I didn't know that. I thought they was somewhere in a great neighborhood or something, but they was right down the street, man. They was making noise over there.
Plenty noise.
You just heard about that. It was like a myth back then.
And tell me, bro, when I saw it from my own eyes, I was like, I seen what they did to Sherwood. I was like, God.
And Sherwood was one of the ones. That's it. I think that's who sent us home my 6th grade year.
They won it.
Reggie Fungin and them.
Yeah,
I think
they was Chris Downey, Reggie Fungin, Fun, LD from White Station.
LD, yes sir, yeah. Bully, yes sir, he was there.
Hey, that man, he did something so epic. We played them folks my 9th grade year at Fairview. And he was at OK. Him and Reggie Fungin was at OK together.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Man, P, I swear to God, the boy came by our coach, slugged out now. Headband, same swag. Man, watch this. Man, women touch baseline, literally got it. Dunked. I was like, oh my goodness, this nigga like that.
Man, it was a different era.
Yeah.
Some of them guys, when I was in the 6th grade, and I'm like, this can't be an 8th grader. Bro. Even some of the guys on my team, I'm like, y'all, man, will I ever get to that? Like, they was just amazing.
So you come in your 6th grade year?
6th grade.
You make the team.
One of the chosen few. We ain't had that many. They only had like 4 6th graders. We one of the chosen few 6th graders to make.
Cause my coach Fairview, we had 7, 8, and 9. So it's niggas 15 on the team. I'm fresh in the jump. I'm so pure and fresh.
Yeah.
And
we're behind the ears.
He always tell you, I'm gonna pick 3 7th graders. You'll be my projects. So he'll work with you from 7. So by the time you get to 9th grade, you are already set and ready. So I made that team with Ken Torres, Sam Hill, Big Travis, Big Word from Hickory. I can't forget about Big Word. He was a dog. Marshawn Newell, his cousin Terrell Jacobs. And I made that team, and I felt like, if I can make that team with these type caliber, I'm gonna be good. Yeah. So you make that team, I know you feel like you stamped, like, I'm good.
I feel like I was a world champion. Because that neighborhood, everybody hoop. Everybody got aspiration, especially you been in there before you try out. Everybody, I'm trying out.
I'm get ready now.
Gym class was crazy. At any school I been in Memphis, gym class, because they thinking they gonna make it. But for me to break that mold and be the one to make it, man, I just felt, and the team, even the 7th and 8th graders made us feel like we was gold. Because we made it. Y'all one of the ones, and y'all get a chance to carry this legacy of Kirby.
So you on that team? You say you playing with Lawrence, and so you on the team with the.
I ain't gonna say I'm playing.
I'm saying you on the team. That's why I said, hold on, you on the team.
I got a jersey.
You ain't playing with you on that team.
I got the team shoe.
Yeah, you in there.
Yeah.
Did you ever get in 6th grade?
I got in
when
a couple games.
Up.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a couple games I got in where I always had the jump shot.
Okay.
Corner specialist, man. They put me in. I be ready for the corner. They'll drive somebody drive baseline, or drive, help side and kick it to me, and I'm just ready to knock it down. I always, hit a 3 or something like that.
Okay.
But I ain't played much at all. I really was just sitting there watching. I wasn't developed. My foot speed wasn't developed yet. I was still growing. I was pretty tall for my age, but like I was real slow. It's real slow.
I'm telling you, playing at your own pace with a person.
No.
I pick you because they used to tell like he's laid back, and I saw your game. I was like, he's smooth with it. He just chilling, cruise. Like you really, like I said, at your own pace.
It wasn't by choice, man.
That's just what it was. So your 6th grade year, you done made the team. You seeing what you seeing. So you have high hopes for your 7th grade. I already know. So you come in 7th grade. What did 7th grade year like?
7th grade year, it still was a little better, but a little bit of the same. Man, we was stacked, man. And like the thing about Kirby is, unless you came in like as stamped one of them ones, it was a real program.
Okay.
Like you had to work your way up.
So they already knew, like,
6,
okay,
7.
yeah, okay.
Mario and them was they was already, you up next. You 8th graders. These 8th graders is what's gonna lead us to their promised land. So 7th grade year, I still used to get in, get shots. Montez was the one that was actually playing. Marterrence Brock was playing
They
too.
said Tez was a dog too.
Man, Tez was so cold, man. Like I looked up to Tez, man, for sure, man. Like him being my best friend at the time, still tight now. Man, I was at his house every day just seeing what he do, man. He used to do ceiling touches. Like he's 7th grade doing ceiling. Montez
He was dunking.
Yeah, he was dunking 8th grade, slamming it. And see, like he wore size 12 shoe already. He was already, man, he had that body on him. Man, his drop still, he would make people feel like the littlest people on earth because he would just smack board on them all day with 2 hands. Like, and it was, the move was unstoppable. Like he'll catch it on left block. He dribbling with the left block. He give you that to middle, and he going right back, baseline and smacking that board on you.
It was Tino Mobley type deal.
It was unstoppable, bro. Damn. It was unstoppable for years.
So you, him, Brock, y'all the 7th graders leading charge.
Yeah.
How that season go?
We lost in the state championship our 7th grade year to Southwind, man. We ran through the whole city. American Way was really good that year.
Chris Crawford.
Yeah, Eric Watson was on that squad.
Watson, Big Lamb.
They had some, I can't think of their name, but they had some big dudes down there
Lamb,
too.
Big Lamb,
I can't think of their names. Yeah, I can't think of their names, man. They was big down there. And shoot, we used to,
Maceo Harmon.
Yeah, we used to get them up out of there. Curb Middle, we used to get everybody up out of there. Really, we won the city. But when we matched up with Southwind, man, up there, it was
It's like this different for real.
they point guard was just, when I saw they point guard, I knew it was different.
Who was the point guard?
Greg Wu.
Okay, yeah, Wu.
Big, stocky point guard like that, man. Every dribble meant something. Like how big he was, he just covering ground. And man, just the look of them, we come from Kirby, our jerseys, we ain't had the best jerseys, but they had on Jordan.
them black team joints, fresh.
Yeah. So I don't know about what the team felt, but when I seen them, I'm like, dang, okay. That was different.
Was y'all had team shoes then?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
We had them J Kids that came out.
The
navy blue and white ones. The ones that he wore with the Suns. I think Penny wore them a couple times too. It was a couple of teams that had them in the city, but they were so fresh. Man, I was just happy to have them.
Them just hard too.
Yeah.
So y'all lose to Southwind. So now you like, so I know you getting out 7th grade. Not really.
Kind of sorta. I'm playing some games. I'm playing games that we winning, but like, shoot, we was 8th grade driven. Like we was driven by our 8th graders.
Okay.
And our coaches believed in that. You have to really work your way in.
Right.
Yeah.
So 7th grade over. When did you start playing AAU? Like really AAU? like traveling with the teams and stuff?
It might have been. It was 8th grade.
Okay.
8th grade summer, or when I transferred to Ridgeway.
Okay.
I ended up going to Ridgeway. Ended up, getting to some stuff at school. The principal told me that I wasn't gonna be able to play on the team no matter what. And my 8th grade year, like I said, we was 8th grade driven, and I feel like this was gonna be the year I get to play with my boys. Me at the 2, MT at the 3, Tez at the 4. We had a dude named Big Coop at the 5, man. And, point guard, we were fine. But when I left Ridgeway, when I went to Ridgeway, we had a good squad, and a guy named Coach Porter, the Memphis Heat.
Okay.
That was the first AAU travel team that I played for.
Okay. Did you like the team aspect, like traveling with the team and, meeting friends? Because I missed it. Like, I played for some teams, but it's like my folks, they wouldn't let me. I wasn't traveling like that. You know what I'm saying? Because so many teams were trying to get me. So I think that's why I lacked friends in the hoop era. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always to myself. But if I would have played, I would have had, like, more hooper friends. Like, I didn't have a lot of hoop friends. Like, I can't say, like, too many folks, like, locked in. Like, all my friends were street guys. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I feel like it's good for the young guys to, create their friendship and brotherhood early, like trusting somebody at their age, especially in sports, but somebody in life that y'all can really talk and chop it up if y'all going through some, like a brother in that type of sense.
Yeah, well, you definitely got, coming from Memphis, you definitely got 2 sets of friends if you want if you on a path, you know what I'm saying, especially sports. You got one friend, you got plenty of sets of friends, but I just chose to band with the guys that was on the same thing I was on, just changing their situation, just getting out the neighborhood, just, growing. But the Heat was the first team that we was traveling, we was going places, like, and it changed my trajectory of just everything. We went to Cocoa Beach, we went to Florida, we went to a lot of different places, man. And I had never really been anywhere, to be honest. Like, I had never been anywhere. So, that was big for me.
So now you traveling, and you said you had to leave Kirby?
Yeah, I left.
And you go to Ridgeway?
Yep.
How was that transition?
It was different. It was different because, man, it's so crazy. I walked through the school. I got my Kirby Letterman jacket on. I'm letting them know.
I'm still the Kirby. Yeah.
I'm,
right. You've been there 3 years.
Man, and I've been in the neighborhood.
Right.
Like, first you go to Crump, you go to Kirby Middle. You go to Kirby Middle, you go to Kirby High. It's just that all that together. So when I showed up to Ridgeway, one of my coach, like, first off, you got to take that off.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right. But it was different, man. It just being a new scenery with new people. I was around people that I had known all my life, but it ended up getting better once I had guys with like minds, like Chris Brewer ended up coming over from Southwind. I was locked in with my boy Kevin Covington, KC. My boy Reggie. Reggie played football. I can't think of Reggie's last name. Light skin. They called him Red.
Ah, Red. Yeah. I know you talking about.
I got Reggie Edwards.
Yeah. That's my boy.
Yeah, he was
Red.
a multi-talented. He did football. He went track and
he went to Fairview.
Oh,
him
man.
and his brother. That's how I linked in with
they cool. Yeah. So when I met them guys, like, they was all kind of on the same stuff I was on. You know what I'm saying? Darry Dowdy, who was a sensation. Man, used to be one of the top guards, small guards.
He was so fast.
Quick.
And we played him in a adult league. I was like, this man too fast.
Just imagine then, man. Like, he started as a 6th grader.
Like Chase Adams type.
Yeah. He was one of them prodigies. Like, he really was. Demetrius Lampkins, who was on that squad, ended up going to Ridgeway. Big Renard, who was our big man. Man, and Man was on that team too.
At Ridgeway?
Yeah, he was there, but he was a 6th grader though. So we had a nice squad. We had a good nucleus of guys, man, and shoot, we made it work.
The funny thing about your story is, like, you kept the same. It was like y'all was always around. Yeah. Like, you and Montez. Yeah. Y'all had y'all journey together. You and KB, you played together. Yeah. Then y'all turned into, Southwind Ridgeway rivals. How did this season go with all y'all on the team?
Man, we did really good, man. We came in. We won the East Division.
Okay.
We actually tied with Kirby. But the only reason why we tied is because They beat us at their house. No, we beat them at their house, and they beat us at our school.
How was that game coming back for you?
Ooh. So the first game there, I think my coach was just intimidated at the fact that I was going back to Kirby, and he ain't played me as much. I'm like, come on, man, and then he played me. He played me a lot the game before, played me a lot the game after that. But it was that game he wasn't rocking with me.
He probably thought you was gonna get personal, probably shoot everybody.
I think so.
Some coaches
I think so.
that.
But that never been me. You know what I'm saying? I always like to share the sugar.
Right.
But I'm gonna say when they came to Ridgeway, man, that game, it was our homecoming game. We had just got the new orange jerseys. We was hard with the orange jerseys, man. And they actually brought tour buses, like 3 tour buses to the game for that game.
We could turn this joint out.
Man, people booing me.
What you do?
People doing, I went crazy. I had about 18, 20 points. My boy Terrio, man, shout out my boy Terrio, man, but he broke my thumb that game.
Rough.
But I still balled out, man, with a broke thumb. I remember going to Coach Stringer, like, my thumb. He like, man, you know, I'm killing right now. He like, nah, we can't do this right now. So, shoot, I played it out, but I didn't play again after that.
Was that your first injury?
That was my very first injury.
That broken thumb?
That broken thumb, the left one, yo. And I actually, we after that game, we went in the playoffs. We won the first game. They tried to actually get me to play with a splint. But when I went to my doctor, they thought I could do it like that. But we won the first one. But the second game, I went to my second doctor's appointment, and they're like, "No, we're gonna have to cash you. We're gonna have to give you a cash." So we trying to figure out a way for me to play with the cash. Like,
man, the referees ain't gonna go for it.
Nah, it's a safety hazard, so we didn't do it.
Damn. And you would have did it too if you would. If they would have let you, I know you would.
Man, we lost the Haven View on a last second layup.
I know it crushed you too.
Man,